Bismillah walajna, Bismillah kharajna, wa ala rabbina tawakkalna. Praise be to Allah, may peace and blessing be upon His Prophet and all those who follow His guidance till the last day. I just recited the dua of arrival. And we are right now here in Maltisa, that is 150 kilometers from Nairobi. And we are heading to Al-Huda Children's Orphanage.
It is dawn. The cock crows. It is a new day. 5 a.m. in the morning, and the young, vibrant students of Al-Huda Children's Orphanage are up and ready for their Fajr prayers. The energy in these children is amazing.
الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Maltisa is located 150 kilometers from Nairobi and provides a very beautiful scenery from the surrounding hills. The site of the tallest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, is seen. And in the surroundings of these beautiful hills is the Al-Huda Children's Orphanage. Al-Huda Children's Orphanage is a modern home for the orphaned children from different communities in Kenya.
There are so many needy kids, so we try to make sure that we have all the tribes of Kenya. We have Kikuyus, we have the Kambas, we have the Luyas, we have the Maasais, the Samburu, every tribe. We want to create that cohesion, that integration that the Prophet had with the Sahaba, that Bilal was black, Abu Bakr was Arab, Suhaib was from Rome, Salman was Faris.
Established in 2013, Al-Huda Children's Orphanage aims at empowering orphans by providing them with basic Islamic education, which focuses on ta'aleem, tarbiyah and recreation, memorization of the Holy Quran, KCPE curriculum, and oratory skills.
The home was started in 2013 by Muslim well-wishers, just like you and me, and just like Mama Dahabu, Mama Fatuma, and other Muslim children's home. It was established and started by the Muslims.
With majority of children orphanages mainly in the city center or the environs, Al-Huda Children's Orphanage is no kind of the same. The orphanage is in Kajiado County.
Why we chose our orphanage to be here is because, number one, we want to help the community around here, because I don't think there are so many Islamic Muslim orphanages in this area. That is number one. Number two, the area is very quiet as you have noticed. Mashallah, is very far away from Nairobi, 150 kilometers. Also, it's the best place that will go with the objectives and the aims that we have for this home.
With over 30 students, the Al-Huda Children's Orphanage has set a mission to produce citizens who are virtuous, independent, and upright.
We aim to, by the time they leave this orphanage, at least they'll be Hafidul Quran, people who have memorized the Quran. And number two is that we want to give them the best upbringing in a very good environment. And I think this is why we chose this area and this place and this environment.
And their vision for the children is as clear as their surroundings.
You know, as orphans, the Prophet ﷺ told us that anyone who memorizes the Quran, they'll put a crown on their father and on their mother's head. They'll wear them a crown on the Day of Judgment. So these are orphan children, and we think that the best prize that they can give back to their dead parents, either their father or their mother or both of them, is to give them a gift. And number two is, while they're here, we are doing the KCPE secular studies.
Al-Huda Children's Orphanage has put its focus on taking young but brilliant students aged between 8 to 10 years from different ethnic backgrounds, hailing specifically from areas where poverty prevails.
We take them at a young age because, as you know, that this is not only an orphanage, but it is an educational institution whereby by the time they live here, at least they become hufadul Quran, they memorize the Quran, and at the same time, they have a KCP certificate.
The orphanage has put in place plans to ensure the quality of education is maintained through their style of admission.
We are really concerned about the quality and not the quantity. You see, there's no need of taking like 500 kids and you don't give them the quality that they deserve. So we take minimal number. But these 35 kids, we make sure that we give them the best. So after every 3 years, we have a new intake, because after every 3 years, the older ones have left for high school, for thanawi, for higher education.
The brotherhood and love in these children is evident of how life has taught them, the challenges they have encountered at an early age.
Kabla ya kuja hapa, ilikuwa nasoma nyumbani. Nilikuwa nasoma, baba alikufa, masomo ikakuwa ngumu. Sasa ndio nikaletwa huko. Nilikuwa ninasoma shule, kisha nilipopoteza mzazi, kisha ikatokea interview, nikajiunga kuelekea kwa interview, kisha nikafanikiwa kuja hapa.
Despite their differences, they have all learned to call this place home, where love, shelter, clothing and food has been provided to them. So just how is the day at Al-Huda Children's Orphanage?
In the morning, that is before 4, people are woken up by our teachers. They go for tafidh, memorization of Quran. Then after 4, that is at around 7, they break, they have their tea. Then after tea, by 8, we now have 2 systems whereby the lower ones, which are the lower primary, they still remain in the tafidh, while those one who are in the upper primary, they go for secular studies. So they learn as from 8 to 11:30, then they break for lunch. Then at 1, they go for prayer. Then after prayer, they now remain in the tafidh, which is memorization of the Quran, the upper one now.
Kabla ya kuja hapa, ilikuwa nasoma nyumbani. Nilikuwa nasoma, baba alikufa, masomo ikakuwa ngumu. Sasa ndio nikaletwa huko. Nilikuwa ninasoma shule, kisha nilipopoteza mzazi, kisha ikatokea interview, nikajiunga kuelekea kwa interview, kisha nikafanikiwa kuja hapa.
The management has set up plans to ensure the children excel in integrated education and train them to face challenges effectively back at home, whilst propagating the message of Islam.
In terms of integration, we do teach both sides, whereby we have tafid and at the same time we also have secular. We have already taught them lower primary. Now when they go for upper, that is standard 4. We don't go for 5 years, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just teach them 3 years, whereby we combine. We make sure that after 3 years, they have finished KCPE. We use the normal curriculum, the one which is set up by the Kenyan system, by KLB, whereby in a year we teach them two classes, because during upper now they have more time for secular, while the lower one they have now more time for tafid, which is memorization of the Quran.
We catch up with Ahmed from West Pokot and Lali Muhammad from Nairobi, who narrates to us their journey to Al-Huda Children's Orphanage.
Nilikuwa nikienda shule, nifukuza school fees, siwezi kurudi tena shule, watanifukuza tena. Ikabidi madhe atafute, akapata mjomba wangu, ndio akanileta huko. Hapa tunapata elimu zote mbili, kwa sababu tukiwa nyumbani ilikuwa ukienda shule, unaenda shule siku nzima, mpaka siku za mwisho wa wiki ndio tunaenda madrasa. Lakini hapa tunapata kusoma shule na madrasa pamoja. Vile nilikuja huku, ilikuwa hata hizi building zijengwa, hata hizi na hizi zote zijengwa. Ilikuwa iko tu hii mosque. Na dorms kwa tunalala pale, tunasoma hapo. Kasoma ndio zikaanza jengwa. Tukasoma Quran, nikamaliza. Sasa naendelea na class, sasa niko class 6.
The environment at the orphanage has enabled young boys to focus fully on their studies.
Kama sasa masomo pia mbadilika. Huku nasoma kwa mwaka mmoja, tunasoma classes 2. Si kama nyumbani tunasoma mwaka mmoja, tunasoma class 1. Na hapa tunasoma dhuru. Tunaamka saa 10 usiku, tunalala saa 3. Tunaishi vizuri na inakuwa sasa ukikaa hapa lazima ukuwe na subira. Na usipokuwa na subira utaweza kuvumilia. Na pia kuna watoto ambao hutaweza kuelewana nao mpaka ukae nao vizuri.
Leaving home at an early age for a child can be very difficult, especially having to adapt to new environs, but here the children are made to feel at home.
We also offer guiding and counseling on every Monday and Friday, whereby during the assembly, the teacher on duty always identify a topic, maybe about HIV/AIDS. Every teacher is given a topic whereby you will go and advise the people on it.
The orphanage has put in place several measures to ensure the children get the best material and moral support.
The institution is supported by you and me, ordinary Muslims. You know, Muslims who feel that in their zakat, in their sadaqah, they give out to orphanages and to poor Muslims. So these are the supporters and these are the well-wishers.
Al-Huda Children's Orphanage offers the accelerated education system, which is also used by the UNHCR in the Dadaab camp and Bukhari Integrated School in Mombasa, with the system proving a success.
In terms of academic, in terms of performance, they are good. When you compare, we have been doing exam. When you compare their performance with the schools nearby, we are comfortable.
This system offers these young boys a lot of options in their future career endeavors.
Remember that by the time they leave here, they've already memorized the Quran from Surah Al-Baqarah to Surah Al-Nas, and they've already done well in their KCB, because any child who has memorized the Quran, then secular education becomes very, very easy. It is never difficult to them. So when they leave here, they are Thanawi. Those who want to continue with their religious education, we take them to Al-Furqan Training Institute. Al-Furqan, basically, it is an integrated secondary school where they do like 5 years, and they do Islamic plus KCSE certificate, and also other institutions in Mombasa. Those students who do extremely well, they are taken to national schools. They are called to national schools because they sit for the same KCP that other kids are sitting.
Ensuring their single parents take part in the development and growth of these children, the Al-Huda Children's Orphanage has set breaks to ensure this is achieved.
During Ramadan, we always break for like 2 or 3 weeks. So we discovered that we have those children who have guardians, but their guardians are very poor. So what we do, we facilitate transport for those guardians so that they can come and pick their children. Then also the transport of the child and the guardian again when the child will be coming back, or when the people will be coming back to school. And at the same time, we also give them food so that they can be able to feed this child when they are having the child at home, so that the child does not feel like when I'm at school, I'm okay, and when I'm at home, I'm not okay. We provide for them everything, both at home and both at school.
Kabla ya kuja hapa, ilikuwa nasoma nyumbani. Nilikuwa nasoma, baba alikufa, masomo ikakuwa ngumu. Nilikuwa ninasoma shule, kisha nilipopoteza mzazi, kisha ikatokea interview, nikajiunga kuelekea kwa interview, kisha nikafanikiwa kuja hapa.
In terms of integration, we do teach both sides, whereby we have tafid, and at the same time we also have secular.
There is no institution without its challenges, or no life without challenges. So this orphanage is no exception, especially in language.
As usual, we always have challenges. Even our pupils, we also have challenges which we face. We as teachers, one, is that, these parents, these children, they also lack that parental guidance, and maybe motherly and father love is lost. So what we do is that when they come here, we always tell them that now we are their fathers and their mothers. We always start guiding them on that. So we have those ones, especially the little ones, the young ones. They always tend to always just think at home. Just maybe sometimes they switch off because they don't have maybe somebody to care for them, especially their own mother and their own father.
This orphanage has transformed these young boys. They open up to us.
Tunamshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu, tukitaka chochote tukisema tu tunapatiwa. Kwa useme tunataka twende trip, twende to swim, tunatafutiwa ka day moja, tunaenda kuswim, tunaenda ka trip.
And this is what has changed for them over the years at this orphanage.
Walimu wangu na wale wote walinisaidia hapa. Mimi naomba Mungu awalipe tu. Mimi siwezi kulipa mtu kwa sababu mimi sina hiyo uwezo sahihi. Pengine nikuwe mkubwa.
Studying in a silent environment improves students' understanding because it helps them concentrate on what they are studying. Unlike those in the city center where noise is like your shadow. At Al-Huda Children's Orphanage, things are different.
So Muslims are welcome here. We have our tents over there where they can come and spend the weekends here. Pray with the orphans, make salah with them. We have a masjid here. They can have lunch with them. We have some of the well-wishers who come here during the weekends. They cook for them biryani, pilau, and they have lunch with the kids over here. So we encourage anyone that can come over, even from Nairobi to Maltisa. I think it's only 500 shillings. And from the stage to here is only 5 minutes.
Play allows children to use their creativity while developing their imagination. It is important for a healthy brain development.
They also participate in debates. They also participate in sports like athletics, bicycle riding. The issue of, we also take them for swimming during weekends. We also play with them football during games time, and all those things so that they don't feel neglected. We offer whatever we can.
As the saying goes, work with no play makes Jack a dull boy. Al-Huda Children's Orphanage not only aims to strike a balance between religious and secular education, but also inculcates the principle of play. Al-Huda Children's Orphanage also have some income-generating activities.
As Muslims, there is something which is called waqf, or we create something that can sustain us. And alhamdulillah, this orphanage, we do bird keeping. We have different types of birds, different types of chickens around the world. We have them here. And mashallah, this is one of the ways that we get our income, because sometimes we could be stingy, the money is not flowing. So we try to sell some of these chickens which we have here. We do beekeeping. So whenever we get honey, we sell it. We sell honey. We also have our camps here. Mashallah, very beautiful camps, very beautiful tents, and we charge them per night is only 1,500, mashallah. It's fully self-contained, can do your nyama choma and everything over there. We have our tents here. We also have pawpaws here, we have maize, we get our milk here. We have our two cows here, where our children, at least they get daily milk from these cows. And also there's a lot of activities that we try to sustain ourselves with.
They have set aside a 5-acre piece of land for farming activities where they cultivate different crops. The produce is then used for food and the excess is sold to generate income. To reduce the cost of fuel and gas in cooking, they have opted for biogas, which they say is sufficient and affordable for them. The institute has a poultry farm rearing local breed chicken, bantam chicken, guinea fowls, fantail dogs and rabbits, which are also sold for income generation, with beehives and honey also available. It has also constructed 3 self-contained safari tents and cottages, fully furnished, which can host families who wish to spend their weekend at this place. The charges are fair and affordable, which goes to help in the expenses of the orphanage.
Mashallah, they are self-contained. There is a kitchen inside, there is a balcony where you can do nyama choma. There is a toilet, hot shower. Mashallah, beautiful carpet, beautiful beds, sheets, nice blanket. And mashallah, when you're inside the tent, you can also have a very beautiful view of the Namanga mountains. And mashallah, it's very cooling and relaxing. And also you get that khushu, you know, that peace that is not there, you know, in our towns, whereby we ignore the nature and we are always on the run. But here when you come, you get that cool, that tranquility.
The idea behind these amenities at this orphanage is to generate income for the institute and attract donors and families to spend time at the orphanage during weekends and public holidays, to socialize with the orphans and to volunteer towards the orphanage.
You'll have a beautiful view of Namanga Hills, which is just behind me here. Mashallah, very beautiful. And when you're here, where I am, where I'm standing, very early in the morning you can see Mount Kilimanjaro. Even in the evening, when the sun is going down, you can also have a clear view of Mount Kilimanjaro over here.
Local businesses have also grown as a result of these amenities.
Wallahi naweza sema mimi na mke wangu wallahi imetufungua zaidi, kwa sababu tangu markazi kuje tumeweza pia kuweka akili yetu zaidi hapa, kufanya biashara yetu hapa. Tuko na duka hapa, tuko na hoteli hapa, tuko na business zingine hapa, ambayo wallahi kama sio hii markaz ingekuwa ni vigumu kufanya hizi vitu zote hapa, kwa sababu hatungepata ile utangamano ambayo markaz imeleta hapa, na yani jamii yote, watu wote wako pamoja, watu wako hivi. Hata hiyo biashara kama ya duka sasa, alhamdulillah naweza sema nashukuru kabisa.
Al-Huda Children's Orphanage also brought great benefits to the locals. Faisal Sharif, a resident in Maili Tisa area, takes us through on how life has changed over the years.
They used to hear mostly about Islam, but now since masjid na the whole institution kukua hapa, imekuwa huge plus for Islamic, yani ile tunaweza sema kama dawa mashinani tuseme, kwa sababu mostly kitu kama msikiti ilikuwa tumezoea ikiwa mbali na mahali ambaye ni mashinani kama hii area hii ambaye tunaishi kwa sasa. Imeimprove kwa hiyo dini wa itself, kwa watu wengi walikuwa wanachukulia Wamasai hapa, unajua mahali tunaishi ni kwa Wamasai, na mostly mambo ya dini ya Uislamu walikuwa wanatuchukua kama ni kitu ya town nini, lakini sasa wameshaanza kuona vile tunaswali, wameshaanza kutuona vile tunavaa, hata wameshatuzoea kabisa. Kwa hivyo naweza sema hapa kwa hii markaz, hata tayari wale orphans ambaye tunayo hapa ambaye ni Wamasai ambaye wako katika shule hii ni kama 3 hivi.
And that is not all.
Hapa hatukuwa na maji wakati wa kwanza. Tangu markazi kuje, wallahi sisi wote tulikuwa tunashota maji pale, Waislamu na wasiokuwa Waislamu. Hiyo kwanza ni kitendo kubwa sana ambaye markaz imeweza kufanya, kwa at least kuonesha kuwa kitu kama maji, kitu kama watoto ili wakitaka kwenda kucheza pale kuna playground, kuna nini, hizo swings na nini. Hawajawahi hata chague kusema huyu ni Muislamu ama huyu ni nani, wote watoto wanatangamana pamoja.
The teachers at the Al-Huda Children's Orphanage face several challenges.
The challenge that we have been having was at least in English, because we just teach them memorization of the Quran, and more so in Arabic. But we have also introduced that system whereby when they reach upper now, the mode of communication is just English and maybe Arabic when they are attending Arabic lessons.
The future of these children looks bright, and so they hope the same for their brothers out there.
Mimi naambia wale vijana wako nje mayatima, Mungu yupo. Na ukimfuata Mungu atakurahisishia. Nikikuwa mkubwa na nipate uwezo mzuri, inshallah ndarudi hapa nisaidie mayatima wenzangu kama vile nilivyosaidia, kwa sababu mtu bila elimu hana mafanikio. Na wale wanafunzi na watoto wako kule mitaani, waambie wazazi wao wawapeleke mashuleni. Mimi nikikuwa mkubwa ningependa nikuwe msimamizi wa shule, nijenge shule kama hii, kwa sababu mimi nimepitia shida. Sasa nataka niwatatulie wenzangu ambao watakuwa hiyo wakati, ndo waweze kuwa na maisha mazuri.
The head teacher believes they have made a lot of progress in transforming the children.
We have the metal, we have carpentry, we have poultry, we have farming, beekeeping, public speaking, giving dawah comparative. All these are some of the skills that we try to impart on them, so that if they go outside, then they can at least make it and survive in their world out there.
The sponsoring and care of orphans is an action much loved by Allah the Most High and encouraged strongly both in the Quran and the Sunnah of our beloved Messenger. It was the practice of the Prophet to look after orphans, and he had a deep love and concern for them. And remember, he himself was an orphan. The virtues and rewards are numerous for supporting orphans. Call it an opportunity like no other. You get to hit two birds with one stone. On one hand, you get the privilege of getting out of the hustle and bustle of the city to listen to the sounds of nature. And on the other hand, you get enormous rewards by visiting the orphans, spending time with them, and donating to this noble cause. All donations and contributions made towards the Institute are channeled towards the intended purpose.
Mm-hmm.